this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver.
Oh, look out! Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Timeout. They'll snap it from the 28, in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Now on the move. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Running with power. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. The 40. Inside the 30. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
The Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Trying to get to him. Skips away from pressure. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
That's just a play the quarterback can't make. 4th down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Going for it all. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. Touchdown Auburn! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Allen. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down for the offense. the play fake. Now to throw. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7.
42 Spider. 4-2.
He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
On the set.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 7, Clemson 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
Tuna.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Lincoln. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down.
And that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man. 3rd and long, you've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field, and you're going to allow a check down throw to the running back to go pick up that first? Man, that's going to drive this defensive coordinator crazy.
Terrier.
They'll throw it on 1st down. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times or else you do get beat. You've had some setbacks now.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will. What a terrible play and a big loss. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And into the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Hey, that's a live ball. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll pull it down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket after that. Excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
2-9 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Lincoln. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down.
Yankee easy.
It's a draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Power football with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
From the gun, looking for a man. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the edge.
Not-made receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Intercepted. Pass to 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And the point after is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Give to the back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got it in the middle. It's Lincoln. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. And they're able to make the tackle.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He leaves it with his back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. Oh, picked off.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Third down play from the gun. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles, and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it and still on his feet. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
From the gun. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Lets it fly. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in a nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of 5 guys up front acting as one. Tremendous job in pass play.
Using his legs, it's Lincoln. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Tripped up for the tackle.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Navy. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Spears.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah,
And it's his fourth interception of the game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
it doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Quarterback will audible. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll ride the hot hand. The offense coughs it up. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the fourth quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. On the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it.
Okay, ready?
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone.
Reload. Get set.
Here's the handoff. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean,
and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He's taking a deep shot. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. If we get the interception, this one's almost over.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
They're going to ride this running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
He's going to pass. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Auburn.
And how about about the offense. They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Quarterback keeps it. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. From inside his own 15, looking for room. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm